Okay, so I set up my camera and I was playing around with it. All that for everything looked pretty much the same. What's up, guys? What's the camera at? Professor Art here. Uh, now, forgot what this video's about again, but I did write a script for it. Oh, it's about why I hate high rep training. It's gonna piss a lot of people off. Alright. So, the catalyst for this video is actually a channel that I really like watching. It's by the name of Natural Hypertrophy. Awesome channel. And I commented on how I didn't like high rep training, something of the sort. I'm gonna put the comment on the screen, right? So, now, I remember hearing this basic bitch comment that normies would always regurgitate when the gyms were closed in the spring of 2019 because the entire world decided to lose their minds due to the incident. Yeah, well, we all know what that is. YouTube demonetizes your video for mentioning it entirely, right? But yeah, this statement was just do push-ups, brah, in response to people who wanted to train and with weights by performing our beloved compound movements in accessory isolation such as squats, deadlifts, bench press, shoulder presses, bicep curls, skull crush, all that sexy shit that we all love. But yeah, I of course knew how extremely subpar and garbage this approach to training was in order to maximize my natural bodybuilding potential. But these One Punch Man loving fanatics actually believed in the efficacy of 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 sit-ups, and the 6.2 mile run meme. Like he runs 6.2 miles a day. He does all that bullshit. Eats one banana, and he's good. He builds all the muscle, and we all know the power of anime is real. It's all real. Anime is completely real. You can't knock anime. It's all fucking real, right? But yeah, yeah. As a result, they go on to justify their shoddy approach to training that can be summarized as a meme. It's all a meme. Now, you won't even get Saitama's physique with this way of training. Well, to be fair, it actually depends on which version of Saitama you are talking about. If it's his maxed out version where he's stretching his muscles out, and that scene where he stretches his muscles and getting ready to crush that fitness exam, fuck no. Or if it's like in some panels, like Saitama just looks like jacked as fuck, right? You are not getting that physique with his 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 sit-ups, followed by 6.5 run. You're not getting that shit. Now, conversely, on the flip side, if it's the panel where he looks relatively normal, sure, you can get that. But this isn't a goal here. At least it's not my goal. It's not my goal to look like a fucking normie or no respect to Saitama's normal physique, but it's not my respect to look just like that. I'm trying to look extraordinary. That's the goal in this channel here, right? Now, let's go to my experience with high rep training, right? Let's go back to the year 2011, when I was an awkward teen worried about the most trivial aspects of life that teenagers, let alone, including grown adults, shouldn't be so neurotic about. I experimented with push-ups because that's all I had, right? However, I eventually got extremely skilled at performing push-ups. To specify, the mere act of performing 10 push-ups was extremely difficult. It was very, very difficult initially. Like, all movements are initially, right? But it's very difficult to perform push-ups. And yeah, I eventually mustered up the strength to perform 15 straight push-ups per set. Then things got intense. My rep ranges and sets increased dramatically. It's the training effect. You are creating these neurological adaptations in your mind. You're recruiting more muscle fibers and more motor units. Now, this isn't the result of course, muscle gain always, but it's just that you are recruiting more units. You're becoming more efficient at the movement, right? So it was phenomenal, right? Now, I did make progress. I was making progress, and I fell in love with basic push-ups. That's until, of course, the movement got too easy for me at the age of 16. Luckily, during this time, I experimented with my dad's 20-pound dumbbells. Yeah, man, bro, those things were like gold to me. I fucking loved them. Like a lot of movements. I remember doing several moves with those 20-pound dumbbells, but man, I'm so nostalgic thinking about them, right? And yeah, I performed rudimentary back and bicep workouts with the addition of push-ups and other floor presses, right? And I regained the motivation to continue training. And I even religiously followed this P90X football program that I managed to replicate myself after watching several bootleg footage that I pretty much, this footage was pixelated, potato quality. Hell, 144p wasn't even the description I use in these videos, they're straight up potato. Tony Horton was a fucking pixel, right? I was watching Tony Horton, whatever, do his P90X movements. It was sick. But but this is how dedicated I was as a 16-year-old, whatever. I literally sketched the animated workout movements on paper with detailed rest periods in between. Like I literally drew what the movements were, the before and after pattern of the movements. I put the rest patterns, I put the sets, I put exactly how you're supposed to perform the movement, whatever, like breathing patterns, all that shit. Now, 16 years of age doing that, right? Looking back, I had an idea of programming that wasn't the best, but it was at least very structured. And this is without a gym, by the way. Like I had some idea of programming. I wasn't the best at programming, but I had some idea of programming, right? Now, the rep ranges vary from 10 to 15 and 6 to 8. However, I eventually ascended past the wall that was the 20-pound dumbbells, right? And I was forced to perform high reps to reach failure. This is where things get interesting and very repetitive. Consequently, I ended back where I started. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Curse of Ascension. It's actually not even a curse, but at the time, I thought it was because now progress halted and I had to discover creative ways of making these movements difficult. I moved to several different push-up variations while fixating on time under tension. Time under tension. Everyone's favorite words, right? Time under tension. I tried diamond push-ups, incline push-ups, spider push-ups, decline push-ups, you name it. I was just a push-up fiend, trying these different variations, I didn't try the clap push-ups because I didn't want to fuck my wrists up, and I also saw no use for it. Other than looking cool. Also, Superman push-ups, fuck no, I didn't want to crush my damn nose on our floor, right? Well, we had carpet, but I still want to crush my damn nose, right? Now, and unfortunately, the time of attention modus operandi of my training became so easy to the point that I got extremely frustrated. Things got so bad, the workouts ended up lasting for 3 hours. I'm not even lying to you people. Yeah, the workouts would last 3 hours straight. I'm not making this up. I vividly remember being 17 years of age and doing push-ups from the morning until the afternoon, right? One, because I had nothing better to do, right? Aside from drawing, which I love to do. I'm an artist, professor of art. That's what I call myself, right? And receiving I was drawing also. I had nothing better to do aside from drawing and receiving a multitude of rejection letters from colleges after applying. And two, like I applied to several colleges, wherever got rejection letters. It's shit that I was neurotic. This is one of the things I was very neurotic about as a 17-year-old. But looking back, that shit's trivial as fuck. And I couldn't get less of a shit now, right? So yeah, I wanted to genuinely progress further from my hypertrophy standpoint, but holy hell, it was so frustrating. Nothing was more frustrating than getting the filthiest pump, right? Performing a multitude of push-ups only to gain nothing from it the day after. So your pump, you look incredible. And there's this meme that a buddy of mine and I would talk about whatever, or you would never be as big as your pump, bro. There's some truth to that, whatever. However, the pump that I had back then, I'm much bigger than that pump now. But yo, staying that way, you want to stay the way that you're pumped, right? But you're never gonna get that way ever. Like, you understand that? I never stayed the way with these basic bitch push-ups. It just wasn't working. That's my experience, okay? And yeah, I wouldn't even get a moderate amount of chest soreness after a hardcore push-up workout. Yeah, to be specific, there were times when I expected to perform 25 push-ups each set, but after resting in between for 1 minute, I was easily able to perform an extra rep more than the preceding set. So imagine you had these rep and set guidelines, whatever, right? So I would, let's say I'm supposed to do like 20 a set this time, right? I would rest 1 minute. 1 minute after, I'm doing 21, right? And then I rest another minute, whatever, right? And then I'm doing 22, and the rep range is just, you're increasing. You're getting, now normies will say, oh wow, that's good. You're doing more push-ups, like you're doing more push-ups with after resting in between, right? However, no, it's not good from a hypertrophy standpoint. You want to, this might sound counterintuitive to the normie, but you want to get weaker and weaker because that indicates that you are pushing the muscle towards fatigue, and that fatigue can cause more microscopic destruction, whatever, of course, of tearing of the muscle fibers, and you are building from a hypertrophy standpoint. However, if you're resting in between, you're getting better and better at the reps, right? No, that's glorified. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Fucked up lighting. This wasn't planned, guys. Okay, so the light is at the other side of the actual video now. Gotta fix it. Gotta adjust it. If I can't fix it, I'm leaving it. Fuck it, I'm leaving it. Oh, well, it's better this way anyway, Loki. No, but now it becomes a training of type 1 muscle fibers. You're not so much hitting type 2 muscle fibers, you're hitting type 1 muscle fibers, right? Now, okay. I would always think to myself, bro, will I ever hit failure? Yeah, like, you're not hitting failure. And if you are, it's an illusion. It's like you're building up a lot of lactic acid, but that lactic acid doesn't translate towards the muscle being fatigued to the point where it's just forced to rebuild. It's going to force the motor unit to the body to signify whatever. I'm sorry, this lighting is just too shit for me to continue. Sorry, guys. I might edit this or leave it there depending on how lazy I am, but god damn it. I might fall and fuck up again. Ugh. Now it isn't straight. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's good now. Now, yeah, I was thinking to myself, bro, I will never reach failure. This fucking sucks. Oh, and 20-pound dumbbells by this point in the story, they were virtually useless. So, it would be reduced to huff and fluff volume, where you're just swinging the weight as if you're swinging fucking cardboard boxes. And we all know that that won't build much muscle. It won't. So I didn't even bother using 20-pound dumbbells anymore. Now, eventually I had to rely on the ultimate method of progression that I know without a doubt still stands the test of time because it mirrors the ultimate bodybuilding principle and philosophy of progressive overload. I collected some textbooks and decided to shove them in a backpack, and I performed all the floor bodyweight pressing movements that I would normally execute with body weight. But this time I was going to use an external load applied. Now, the load was significant enough for me to fail at rep ranges that were below 16, which was a remarkable improvement to me. I thought I discovered the holy grail of like, oh my god, I'm a genius. No, motherfucker. Like, this was done previously. This was done hell. Like, one of the earliest videos that I watched of Scooby preceding this experience was when he got a bunch of, stuff and put inside a backpack, whatever, Scooby 1961, I think that's the channel name. But yeah, looking back, I didn't rediscover, I didn't reinvent the shit. I just discovered what great men before me discovered. But yeah, it was truly phenomenal. Looking back, right? A little significant enough for me to fail at 16 reps, right? But yeah, like consequently, I developed a lot of rotator cuff problems. So yeah, that's another video to talk about. All right, this is due to my lack of a pull-up bar. I couldn't train the rear delts correctly. I couldn't train the back correctly, so I was like hunched over all the time. And yeah, you're making gains, but you're hunched the fuck over. You're not balanced. But yeah. Now, as for the results, I made enough progress that warranted comments from my fellow peers in high school asking me if I would consider playing sports. They're looking at me saying, damn son, what happened? You used to be skinny as fuck, and that's true. Like at my 14-year-old self, I was just a tall, tall, lanky guy, right? 14, right? And I had a decent bone structure, like the fucking clavicles, like you can see me now, right? Like I had the clavicles there, but imagine that, but just skin and bone, like nothing, just skin and bone, right? So yeah, I was, just fucking grasshopper, and that's what I was, right? Of course, me being the perfectionist bodybuilder who made the progress, I wanted more. I didn't think I was big enough at the time, right? And looking back, I wasn't big enough. Hell, like I don't think I'm big enough now. I want to go further, right? Now, you might be thinking, okay, so what's the main idea? Well, what's the whole shebang and more of the story? Now, the main point I'm attempting to get across in this video is consider the possibility of an alternate universe. No, this isn't a multiverse Marvel reference, whatever, right? Like a what if special or what if episode, no. But consider the possibility of an alternate universe where I religiously stuck some bodyweight floor presses and push-ups, right? Doing the decline push-ups, the incline push-ups, whatever. But however, I didn't apply an external load at all, right? And I stubbornly decided to strictly keep everything in rep ranges that were extremely high for every set. I wouldn't have made progress and I wouldn't have stagnated. Now, that's why all the replies that I was getting in the comment section, or whatever, I felt they were just they weren't understanding what I was talking about. It takes much longer to reach failure with these rep ranges than it would if you just simply follow, you know, follow rep ranges that complement bodybuilding. Yes, there is a hypertrophy rep range, or it's anywhere between 3 and 15, give or take, right? 25, 20, you're pushing it. You are pushing it into a realm of fluff and puff and junk volume, and that's what I'm trying to get across in this video. And yeah, I'm not going to bring any UMG data or studies or bullshit bringing up, oh, look, this UMG data, whatever, compares to bench press, whatever. Oh, look, it's both the same. You can make progress, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Like, I mostly rely on experience. And if I didn't personally experience these results, your piece of paper and your critically acclaimed studies mean nothing to me. I trust more in I trust my personal experience over your critically acclaimed study, whatever. You have these peer-reviewed journals and bullshit. I don't care about that. Now, it's not that I don't care about it entirely. It's that I want to see it reflected in reality. If I can't physically see it, if these results can't be replicated a second time, I'm gonna make some assumptions. Now, in life, you shouldn't make assumptions, but yeah. If you're going to bring up studies to me, just at least compare it to your personal experience, whatever, related to how you trained. Don't simply just follow dogma and just follow things religiously. Think for yourself, right? And so, yeah, that's why I don't like high rep training. I have a personal vendetta against it to the point where, yeah, this might sound mentally unhealthy, but I have a vendetta against high rep training, 25 reps. I hate those rep ranges. They're boring as hell. It takes extremely long to reach failure. There are much more effective ways of reaching failure that don't rely on you just pumping and pumping and pumping to the point of your wrists get fucked up and your shoulders get ruined. So yeah, that's the end of this video. It's 17 minutes long now. And peace out, guys.